Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I hope you guys are having a great morning. Okay, so I thought we'd do some more stock remote viewing for stocks. Let's play around and do some testing with this. So let's do our opening for the remote viewing session. I open this session in alignment with Source for the highest good of all. I call in divine guidance, truth, and accuracy. I ask that only clear, benevolent, high frequency energy enter this field. I surround myself in this process with Reiki protection, shielding all involved from disruption, ego, and external interference. May this session be used to strengthen intuitive gifts, enhance spiritual discernment, and support financial stewardship rooted in integrity and wisdom. So it is. Okay. So I thought I would try something different than what we've done. I think done enough practice, right? I think I think we've done. I've done this. This is not financial advice. This is really not any kind of. This is my journaling of just my adventure here with the spiritual uh, podcast, YouTube, and TikTok channels, and any other social media. Just really kind of sharing my experience, and that's it. And so I feel like I've gotten a handle on things. I've gotten probably about an 80 to 85% results, positive result on just picking a blind stock from the remote viewing from a target number. So this time what I want to do is throw in a twist. Okay, and I think the twist will be, so this will be for December 1st of 2025 through December 5th of 2025. And so this will be for movement, up, down, or stagnant. Just I want to know, like, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Or is it just going to kind of be, there? So trying to pick the movement for the week. So I kind of thought we'd try doing that, is have it pick three blind targets that I have no idea what these are, and just kind of go through each one and just kind of see what the movement is. And then during that next week, we can look and keep an eye on it and see, how it did, and then score from that point. And so I thought maybe I'd do one of these per week for a few weeks and go from there. Anyway, so our first one is going to be, this is target RVT091. Okay, and I'm going to write these down here. And we'll see how this goes. Okay. So, in case you want to jump ahead, it looks like we're going to have RVT. That's R like rabbit, V like Victor, and T for Tom, dash 091, dash 092, dash 093. Okay. So that's going to be the three targets that we have. So we're going to do RVT 091 first. And it's always hard sometimes for me starting these. I don't know why. How about you guys? How are you guys doing? Trying to maybe more in like some of these to ask a lot of questions just to get an idea about this RVT 091. So if you're new here, really just kind of having a piece of paper and writing down the target and then just drawing any images, writing down anything, asking for a story, asking for any colors, just really writing down whatever information you seem to get and see where we go from there. Okay. And on this one, RVT 091, I don't know. I was getting at first like a rocket shooting up. I was getting space up. I was getting, at first I thought 5%, but I think that was me more in my mind because then I got a no, 4%. And I'm getting up. So apparently I'm feeling like this, whatever this stock so far is going to be up 4% during December 1st through December 5th of 2025. And then it was unclear. I was getting like an RGT, but I think that was more my personal because I was looking at a stock, but feels like there's something missing from that. I don't think that's it. And the story, I got like started in basement, lots of partners, lots of partners and hands, something about hands. And then I thought color yellow, but then I go, no, white, color white is involved. I got government and landslide, something about landslide. Yeah, so let me put all this in and see what we get. And the started story started in basement. Lots of partners. Hands. Okay, let's see what we got here. See what our score is for RVT091. Let's just see. Okay, so I put down my imagery, my timeline for gains, symbolic impressions, everything I told you guys, and the actual stock was Rocket RKLB. I kept getting RGT, but it was really unclear. Volume spike early in the week due to government contract expansion. Ooh, week of December 1 through the 5th. 4%, but we haven't even gotten there. Moment slowed slightly, but overall consistent uptrend. Aerospace manufacturer and launch service provider U.S. government defense partnership found with small beginnings, strong engineer team. Emphasis on space launches with branding theme, headquarters in Long Beach, California. So my symbol was just kind of a partial, but it was really blocked. But I was direction up, I was correct. So the only thing that I'm not sure about is I think this one is a fail. It says I got 92%, but we haven't gotten to December 1. So I think that this was good, but why Okay, so here's what's cool. So this website is, I usually use these websites just to kind of do these blind things, right? Because I have no idea, right? And you don't really know. So what's interesting is I was saying, right, in these results, it looked like my score was a 92. Where I write this down so that I know. Okay, so what was interesting was it was for Rocket Lab. RKLB. So it turns around and I said, well, okay, this is all great. And everything came out great, but it kept saying that it went up 4.2%. And so I was kind of like, well, wait, but this is for December 5th through the December 1st through the 5th, 2025. And today's only Sunday, November 30th. Right? So then I asked it, I'm like, well, what the heck is this? So it said, well, for the test, it turned around and simulated a realistic outcome. So that's pretty cool. So not only did it give me just the target number of what it was referencing without giving me the name or any information, it actually is simulating whether it's going up or down, meaning it's not saying that the stock will go up or down. It's just saying in the simulation that it's created, right? So therefore, it was a score of 92 of me being able to do the remote viewing and guessing the stock by all this information and guessing whether it's going up and how much. And so then therefore it's saying, yes, that would have been correct. And this is what it simulated. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. So let's go on to RVT092. RVT 092. Okay. Well, let's just see here what we got. Okay. I did not know it simulated the percentages, so I just learned something with you guys. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to do remote viewing for stock RVT092. Sometimes it's hard for me to go from one to the other. How about you guys? How do you guys, are you able to work that out? Okay. Like I was getting on this one on the RVT 092, getting something about a bed. And then most beds start with the, like Sealy, Stanley, they all start with an S. So instead of asking a name, I'm like, well, does it start with an S? Yes, because there are a lot of new ones now that are not starting with an S. How are you guys doing with it? Okay, you guys, if you're not there, go ahead and hit pause. Let's see what we got here. Okay, guys, I think I got everything down here. I had blocks at the beginning, probably because I was talking to you guys about you get blocked on the second, when you move on. I've got picture is a human. They make beds. It's an old company, 50 plus years, starts with an S. They'll be up 3.7%. I got that it was started by an old man. Trucking, no. Manufacturer, yes. Bed, yes. I got red, no, but purple, yes. And I got they split up. Something unique about this company was that they split up. And then I put, have I ever owned the bed? And it said yes. Um, that's what I got. Let's see what happens. So interesting. So the actual stock is Sleep Number. Let me write this down. Sleep Number. Wow. In a way, it kind of is a little freaky in a way, but. And they got 3.6 gains. 3.6% gain. And I had 3.7. Wow. Oh, you guys. How did you do? Are you doing good? I hope you guys are doing just as well or even better than I am. And if you're not, don't worry. Like, you know what? I had one that was like a 2.0. Like I wasn't even close. When I first started, like I didn't do any of those when I first started. I was just kind of practicing around and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, what the heck? And then I started recording and stuff and I've had some that weren't really so good. So just because you're seeing me be really good, don't get defeated. All right, you guys, you keep it going. Company profile: consumer goods mattress manufacturer, over 50 years old, founded in 1987 under Select Comfort. So they did split up. It was rebranded as Sleep Number. Founder, while not a well-known face, the original founders were old male entrepreneurs. Because I got old man. Oh my gosh. Color association. Their brand uses purple hues and white, gray, minimal red presence. Because I got red at first, but then I was like, no. Ticker symbol. Recent history involved in operational shifts and some internal restructuring. You noted a split. So my direction was correct. My sector was correct. My company vibe was strong. Symbol strong. Personal connection, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Letter accuracy, yes. Block perception, yeah, because I just it was a block. I think it was talking about me. So wow. Wow, you guys. Okay, so now we've got RVT093. So our last one, you guys. RVT093. Okay, well, this one here will be interesting. We'll see. Like I said, don't be worried just if you guys get something that's totally off, okay? It happens to me all the time. Well, I don't know about all the time now, but it does still happen. I mean, when I'm off, I'm off. So I got a car. I got a December 1 to the 5th. I got down. I don't know why I got 11%. I got Carvana. It's 13 years old. Confusion internal. I got owners, 3 no, 4 yes, maybe family. Some about a house. I got home, yes, but then it was maybe location. All right, let's just see what happens. It's like trying the slot machine at the. You're like, what? Actual stock was Carvana, and it simulated a performance for 11.2% down. Wow. I don't know what the score was, but the simulator says 11.2% loss during that week. News leak regarding internal restructuring. That's that confusion and executive level uncertainty, concerns about ongoing debt and financial earnings sell off. Sector, used car economy, founders, Garcia family, strong family environment, internal confusion, ticker symbol CVNA. Home energy, their business model is focused on buying and selling cars from home. That's where I kept getting that home, right? Because they do it online and everything. Interesting. It was a direction up or down, correct? Company name, direct hit. Family, founding age, accurate. Internal energy reads strong. Ownership, founders, strong. Energetic texture on point, and symbolism for the house or home was a partial because they shop online. It was a 96%. So let's do a closing, you guys. Yep, I think this is always important. I now close the remote viewing session in alignment with divine will and truth. I thank source, spirit, guides, and all aligned energetic allies for their support and guidance. I release my residual energy from the target field. I seal my intuitive and auric field with Reiki light, golden, violet, and white, and return to my natural energetic rhythm in peace, clarity, and sovereignty. May the wisdom gained in this session continue to awaken clarity, trust, and divine timing with me. So it is. I think it's always important to, kind of check that out. And so I think for these here, for this remote session, so it looks like we got a RVT 091, RVT 092, and RVT 093. I got a 92%, a 94%, and a 96% score. Good, good, good. And it was, the first one was RKLB. The next one was SNBR. The next one is CVNA. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you guys are doing good, and I hope that you learn. If you have questions, maybe you aren't really sure about things, you can always look online. This is just really me documenting my journey and hoping that maybe people will play along and just kind of have fun with it. And as I was saying, that on the timer, it looked like it was 34:34, just a spiritual thing. But yeah, this is just really kind of for fun. It's not any kind of advice, and definitely not financial advice, because these are just simulated things. So this is not what actually is going to happen. This is just kind of playing around with some simulations and just kind of personal opinions. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And let's get December going here. And thanks a lot for listening or watching.